Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to jump in and show you how to use SE Toolkit to do a phishing page. We're going to use the built-in web templates. This is going to be kind of a short video just to kind of expose you to the SE Toolkit if you've never used it before. But we'll be inside our Kelly Linux machine. I'm using VMware for this. We're going to be in our terminal. Just want to type in SE Toolkit. Well, let's do sudo because you do have to be root to run this. So SE Toolkit. Let that load. Alright, so you see we have select from the menu, got social engineering attacks, penetration testing, third-party modules, update social engineering toolkit, and a couple other options. We're going to be using the social engineering attack, so we're going to enter number 1. Here we see you have spear phishing, website attack vectors, infectious media generator, create a payload listener. There's several different options that you can do in this. I'm going to be using this website attack vector, so we're going to enter number 2. Enter on that. You'll see we have 7 options. The one we're going to be doing is the credential harvester attack. And the reason we do this is if we want to capture credentials from a person and then put them into our fake website that we have set up. This will work with any other website as long as it has a login page that's clear cut with a user login, user password box. It will be able to capture those credentials by doing a site cloner. So we're going to use number 3. And you'll see we have 3 options. We have web templates, site cloner, custom import. I have noticed some site cloners you try to do, it don't always work. You get some errors and it don't capture the credentials. The web templates they have built in here seem to work pretty well. So we're going to do that just for demonstration. We're going to do number 1. It's going to ask us about our IP address for the post back. So when the person connects to the IP address, this is the IP address we want them to hit so we can capture their credentials. If you're doing this on an internal network, the IP address that is here will work. If you're doing this externally, you're trying to capture somebody external, you will have to use your IP address of your business, your house, wherever you're running this test from. You'll have to do what's called port forwarding. So you'll have to open up a port on your router. So when the traffic comes into that IP address, the port forwards it to your machine that is running this attack so that you can capture the credentials. Otherwise, this won't work without doing port forwarding to allow it through. But we're going to go ahead and use the IP address that's in here. This is the IP address of my attacker machine that we're currently using. So we'll go ahead and click enter on that. And we're going to do number 2, which is the Google template that they have built in. So do number 2, hit enter. Let this get started. Alright, you'll see that it says credential harvester is running on port 80. So anything that comes to our website or our IP address that we have on here, they're going to hit a fake Google login page. Okay, so while we have this running, we're going to go ahead and visit the IP address of this machine just to show you the landing page that a person will land on when they come across. So go to this Firefox browser here. I'll type in the IP address of my attacker machine. And this would be the IP address that you set up if you were doing external to come into your network that you had set up. I'll do 139. Click enter. You'll see we're met with a Google sign-in page. Just looking at the page, it looks legit. If a person really pays attention, though, they'll see that the IP address is wrong, as well as the not secure symbol that you would see here, letting you know that it is a not secure site. So we're just going to put in user at test.com and this super secret password of password 1 with an exclamation point. We're going to click sign in. You see that we're redirected to the legitimate Google website. So the person logged in might be, well, maybe it didn't work, or maybe I clicked something wrong, or not even notice anything's wrong at all. And in the meantime, back in our terminal, you'll see the SE Toolkit has captured the possible username field, which was user at test.com, and the possible password, which we used was password 1 with an exclamation point. It says when you're finished, hit Control-C to generate a report. It'll make a report, it'll store it, so you can always go back and look at these and the credentials you've captured. Again, you can do this with about any site you can clone, as long as it has a clear-cut login box with a username and password. But like always, thanks you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and share this video.